Hey guys, welcome back to RV Living in the USA. I'm Bo.
I'm Karen.
And today we're going to go over the top 10 items that we recommend having if you're going to go full-time or even part-time RVing. So these items are in no particular order. We'll just get started. Number one item I recommend is having a tool bag. Something small, nothing major. You just want to have a set of wrenches, standard and metric. You want to have a set of screwdrivers, set of pliers, maybe have some tie straps, maybe some electrical tape. Just something that can, help you out. A lot of items, even, items that need batteries changed these days, you got to have a screwdriver to change batteries out. Yeah. Having a pair of pliers for a little small job. So definitely something I recommend having.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Next item is a TMS system, tire monitoring system. Now, the one we got is by Time8. It measures, this is the control device that's on the dash. It is solar powered, so you keep a full battery at all time. The other device, you'll just screw on to the tire like a valve cover cap. It sends a signal to the control device. It will read out the temperature and the pressure of each individual tire. In the control device, you can set the parameters, the high and low. That way, if you get too much pressure or you get too low of pressure or the temperature gets too high or too low, it will start beeping, telling you there's a problem. That way you pull over before you have one of them disastrous blowouts. So, highly recommend one of these items.
Sometimes it just likes to tease with you, too.
Yeah, it has lost a signal from time to time and says, my tire pressure went to 0. Well, obviously, it didn't go to 0. I would know it. But always when it beeps, I recommend you check it.
Yeah.
Now, next item is a surge protector. Now, I don't want to get into name brands on them because everybody has their favorite that they swear by. I don't want to say anybody's right or wrong. What I do recommend is having a good surge protector. Find what works for you, okay? And always use it. Campgrounds, electricity is not always consistent. Last thing you want to do is have a surge that will go in and damage your camper. Okay, even worst case scenario, maybe cause a fire. So get you a good surge protector before you go camping. Next item is a water regulator. Now, with that, I also recommend getting a splitter. This way, if you need to wash something off, you don't have to disconnect your hoses. You can just connect another hose to the splitter side, turn it on, and use it.
But always check your water faucets because you never know when ants build up nests in there.
Yeah.
You don't want those in your system.
Definitely. Just a little quick turn on and off. Just make sure there's no ants. I want to mention that. We didn't have it on our list, but get you a good water filter. We swap ours out every 6 months. We just take a marker and mark the date on it. That way, when it's 6 months old, we throw it in a trash can and add a new one. The water regulator, recommend you getting an adjustable one. This way you can adjust it to the pressure you want for your camper. You don't want too much pressure coming in that would damage lines.
You don't want to blow out.
No. Water is the worst enemy is all I can say. Now, next item is adapters for your electrical plug. Now, our rig is a 50 amp service. So if we go to a campground and all they have is 30 amp, if we did not have an adapter, we could not hook up because they don't go together. Okay, so I recommend you get at least a 30-50 adapter if your rig is 50 amp service. Now we have a 20 amp adapter because when we go home, we'll just plug our 20 amp service in, a regular extension cord, just to run the the refrigerator if the solar panel don't keep up with it. So you can have that, and then we go boondocking from time to time. We have a generator. So our generator, you need an adapter for that as well. So get the adapters you need, but you definitely want to have these before you get to a campground, because if you don't, then you're not going to have power. Okay, so you'll be really boondocking. So next item that I love the most, it's one of our first items we got, is an onboard air compressor by ViAir. Okay, give you an idea of what it looks like. If I can find out where the zippers are. So this is an onboard air compressor. This is all there is to it. Real small. However, you plug it into your battery cables on your vehicle, and then you'll have your hose that hooks up to it. this goes directly to your tire, okay? It does not have a tank, so it doesn't build air, so you don't push it until it fills up. Simply, you connect this to your valve stem, you watch the gauge. When it gets to the recommended air, you take it off. This is an item that is kind of like an insurance policy. You don't really need it until you do. And when you do, trust me,
you're going to want it.
It pays for itself. In one usage, it will pay for itself if you're on the side of the road where you can't get off the side of the road. So
yeah.
I'm going to let Karen go through the next items and talk about some other items that we need.
All right, so one of my favorites is the measuring slide for your slides, excuse me. Like we came in PVC pipe, very cheap, inexpensive. When you get to a site, instead of trying to figure out, okay, well I need to go this way, that way, because there's an item in the way or mostly trees, you can see how far the bedroom slide comes out, how far the living room slide comes out. You just put it up there against your rig and say, okay, well, that'll make it. Very good. We got this off another YouTuber, so we're not taking credit for it, but it's awesome to have. And then I think the next thing would probably be the rubber chocks. Rubber chocks, they're great. They're better than the plastic ones, I suggest, because the rubber doesn't slide like the plastics do.
Yeah.
So those are pretty good. I would definitely invest in those.
Depending on if you have, you know, a single axle or tandem axle is how many you need. So
yeah, true. And I think the next thing would be the leveling Andersen blocks, which are these lovely things. So
not all sites are level. We have found that out.
Yeah. So you sit this on there and you put your tire, drive your tire back up on it. Then you take this one, put it like that, and there you go. You get leveled. Really good.
Or you get really close to it.
Yeah, definitely so. Then the next thing I think would be the wheel scissors. You put them between the two tires and you ratchet it down. It's very easy.
Helps more for stability.
Yeah.
Rocking a little bit. Plus, it does help you kind of like, it can act as like a chock. I'd highly recommend that you take them out before you hook your camper up. Ask how we know this.
Because someone decided to move the rig before I had a chance to get them out, and I got blamed for it.
Oh, nah. We really didn't move the rig, but, you know, when you hook up, a lot of times the rig will move just a little bit, and they will bend. And once they're bent, you're really not rebending them back. So they become trash, and then you go buy you another set.
Because they're bent. And that's only people for 2 axles or more.
Yeah.
And I guess the last thing would be a ladder if you don't have a ladder hooked to your rig. We have a telescoping one, little small space. It's perfect. I'd definitely suggest one of those.
Yeah, you're going to need to get up on your rig, especially if you're in an area that has trees. You want to sweep them slides off. You don't want leaves getting crunched in there because that will cause leaks. Number one enemy to a camper is water where it's not supposed to be.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
That's going to be kind of a little bonus. We said 10 items. The ladder is a bonus.
Yeah.
Simply because some campers, fifth wheels and everything, they come with a ladder attached already. So if you have a ladder attached, then obviously you don't need one. Our rig does not have a ladder. They quit putting ladders on in 21, and ours is a 22. So they decided not to put ladders on no more. So we have this ladder. We can lean it up against, get up on top of the rig, sweep the slides off, and inspect things if I need to from time to time. Mm-hmm. So we hope these items helped y'all. Again, like I said, we're going to leave all the items down below in the comments. Let us know if there's another item that you think is necessary to have going camping. We look forward to hearing from your comments. And as always, remember to like and subscribe as well. So,
yep.
Until the next time, we'll catch you on the flip-flop.